Hi, I'm Becky, my channel's What Beck Sews. Welcome back if you're a subscriber and welcome if you're new. Today's a Friday Sews where I'm going to talk about what I've been up to with you. Hope you're all well, I hope you're all happy and I hope you've all had plenty of time to sew. So it is Friday Sews. I am back from my holidays. I got back yesterday and I am filming this on Thursday. My partner says that I look like I need a good scrub because I have a nice tan. It's the first time, bless him, he's actually seen me with a proper tan. When we're here in the UK, I don't spend an awful lot of time out in the sun. I am quite a home bunny. And we've obviously been together for quite a long time, but we've only actually done one abroad holiday together in the 7 years. And that was for a couple of days. So he's never seen me this tanned. All of my freckles have come out. And yeah, I'm a lovely golden dirty colour at the moment. Anyway, I am going to talk to you about some of the holiday makes. I will talk to you about what I actually wore across the holiday, but I want to talk to you about the makes that I didn't actually share with you that I made up before I left. And I do have, well, they're 4 makes, but they're 3 makes, essentially. You'll see what I mean when I get to it. And then whilst I was away, I had lots of time to relax, which is never a good thing because you end up shopping. And I have got 3 fabrics to share with you and some patterns that I have ordered as well. And then I'll talk you through, just share the pictures of the other bits that I actually wore whilst I was away so you can see how they were worn and styled. So the first thing I want to talk about that I was making up before I went away was the Esti outfit number 2, which was in this gorgeous viscose fabric. So it was this one here. Now the shorts of these are actually in the wash, so this is just the top that I have, but the Esti is a Tilly in the buttons pattern. I will link down below the Friday Sews vlog that I did where I talked about the sizing of how I made the adjustments that I did to get this to fit me across the top, so you can go over and check that out to save me repeating it. But this is a fantastic pattern. I absolutely love this pattern. Now, surprisingly, my black one that I made up got more wear than this one. I wore this on my second day in. I had a day at the beach. I wore this to go down. The beach was about a mile away from us, and to wander back up. But it is lovely. I'll pop a picture in here. I think I've got some footage of me in it as well, wearing this. This is going to be such an essential summer wear if the sun ever shines here in the UK. It can be mixed and matched, so this will go lovely with any pair of trousers, any kind of pair of shorts. It will go nicely with my black linen shorts, but I did wear this as a set whilst I was away on holiday. Like I said, the shorts are in the wash, but I'm really pleased with this. I lengthened the straps on this one a little bit more because I shortened them by accident on the other make. I actually prefer where it sits on the black one than I do on this one. So I think I'd just revert back to what I did accidentally last time. But yeah, it's gorgeous. This fabric was a fabric that I purchased from Walthamstow Market. It was one of the shops down there. I think it's called Centre of Textiles. And it was something ridiculous like £3 a metre. And it was really nice to work with as well. I do prefer my linen version of this, I think. But I don't know whether... I'm not quite sure why I prefer my linen version because this is actually more Becky, but I do really like my linen one. I think because I wore my linen one in multitudes of ways, that's the reason why. Now I have popped matching labels in, and I know I haven't got the shorts with me, but there is this label in there. I think this is it's not a Kylie and the Machines, it's definitely a little Rosy Cheeks, and it just says creativity never goes out of style, and I've popped that on the bottoms as well. So hopefully you can see that. That was one of the makes I got done before I went away. The other one that I made up that I'd spoken about trying to get done, didn't know if I'd have time to do, I did. This will actually be my So Fruity entry as well. So it won't go up on Instagram until the end of the month, but I thought I'd share with you the actual top. This is the Tilly and the Buttons Mabel top. This is made in this gorgeous white double gauze that I got, which just looks fantastic with my tan at the moment, that I got from Guthrie and Garney, and then it's got these strawberries embroidered all over it. You've got ties at the front, you've got a sheared sort of down just below the empire, literally just below the bust, and then you have the sort of peplumy bit at the bottom. Now I have extended this out. I've added about 3 inches onto this. What I will say, this is still wet because I've just washed it. It smells lovely. This is a lot more poofier than I expected it to be. I know that's not really a technical term, but I didn't think this would be as poofy as it is. I think because a double gauze has just that little bit more structure to it, that's why it's just got a little bit more oomph to it. Now I styled this on holiday with my viscose linen blue Pomona shorts. Now, probably not the best pairing. I did do a red pair of shorts that I'd originally envisaged this with. However, I'd wore the red pair of shorts underneath a dress prior to wearing this outfit, and they'd creased that much. It definitely wasn't a viscose linen, that they just weren't wearable again. They would have looked much better with this. But I think I need to play with the styling of this before I 100% decide that I love this. So I'm going to pop some pictures in of me wearing it so you can see. But hopefully you'll get what I mean when you see that it is a bit more structured. Probably not the best shorts to wear it with. I think it would actually look really nice with a great pair of saguaro trousers rather than having the shorts. I think that would be more of an elegant look and the style that I'm more comfortable with than having it on with shorts. But I really do like it. The Tilly and the Buttons Mabel top is gorgeous. I'd love to make one of these up in a viscose. I think that that would be lovely. I think having a long sleeve top would also be nice for the UK weather. I can't see that we're going to get the sun levels here that I've had over there. So a nice lightweight viscose to wear would be really, really nice. This long sleeve, and actually would probably make quite a nice work top. So that's going to be entered into So Fruity. I made the Tilly and the Buttons size 5 in that. And yeah, it comes together lovely. I think the instructions are brilliant, but if you do need to watch a sew along, who's done one? I think it might be Michelle who's Sewing Bunny. Yes, Michelle Sewing Bunny. She's done a sew along on the Mabel. So if you need to, you could go over and check that out if you need a bit more of a visual to help you through, because it is definitely more of an advanced sew, but it is actually quite straightforward when you get into it, I promise. If you haven't made it, give it a go. If you are, like me, concerned about the poofiness of the top, definitely give the dress a go. You can play with the length of the dress. In fact, I really want to make a version of this where I make the dress, I make it short sleeved, but I want to add a tier to the bottom to make it more maxi length, feel very gypsy kind of boho chic kind of look. But I'll talk more about that in my summer plans. So the final make that I'd made before going off on holiday that you hadn't seen was one that was a bit touch and go. We didn't know if I was going to get it done. And this is the dress that I have been envisioning for a very long time. Style Arc Belle dress, which was the creme de la creme of the holiday. The one that I had envisioned wearing for a very long time and had a few problems with the way I'd cut the fabric, having to reorder it. But I finally got it made up, guys. Now, I was sewing the buttons onto this literally the day that we were travelling. But it looks fantastic. I wore it for the party. It fits fantastically. It's made in this gorgeous viscose chalet from Lady McCalls. It's called On the Horizon. I will link it down below. If you haven't purchased this fabric, it's so stunning. If you like these kind of colourings, I really, really recommend it, because it just makes for an interesting and unique print. And I've seen this in lots of different things now. I keep seeing different things being made with it, and each one looks beautiful. So yes, I do recommend it. I've gone with the normal length on this, not made any adjustments to that. The only thing I've adjusted is I've slightly shortened the sleeve. That's because I wanted it to be a bit more summery. The shearing at the back works brilliantly with this, really flows nicely. Didn't worry about pattern placement, I must admit. I kind of went with, it's going to go where it's going to go. Although somehow I have actually done the pattern placement down the front, so I don't know if you can see this, but these are the knees going up and then coming down. This is the other person's skirt. So somehow I have managed to pattern place despite not attempting to pattern place. Just saying, don't know how I've done that. The buttons that I've used, I ended up changing. So I'd made some specific buttons from Jazz and Wow, but actually they didn't look like they really fitted with the pattern. So I just went with these buttons here that are clear and purple because I felt that they worked better. They are buttons from Jazz and Wow. They're not in the shop. These ones are ones that I have on my pop-up. But if you are interested in them, just message me because I do have loads of them made up. I love this. Let me pop the footage in that I actually took. So on the day that I made it, I took some footage of me twirling around my living room in it because I thought, well, if I forget to take footage on the day that I put it on, then you can see it. And then I did take some photos, and bless him, we tried to take some photos on the balcony. We were like on the 25th floor. It was a stunning view. Took a moment to get used to it. It was absolutely stunning, but the lighting, I could never quite get it quite right with the actual scenery behind. So I did find that my corridor was a great place to take photos, but Scott took a photo of me outside sitting on the bench in this, which you guys seem to have loved because literally so many likes over on Instagram on this particular photo. It just has, yeah, it's unreal. I'm a bit overwhelmed with the amount of likes that I've had against this photo, but I'll pop the photo in so you can see. I do love this. I think this has got to be one of my favorite makes so far. It's beautiful, and the nice thing about this is this was worn for a 60th birthday dinner. This can be worn throughout the summer. It can be worn in work. I don't want to wear it in work because I don't want it to enter the realms of my work wardrobe, which is what happens. But it's just a stunning dress that is going to have so much use in my wardrobe, and it fits me perfectly. So yeah, really pleased with that. That's the style art dress by style art dress in the Lady McElroy fabric, and it's everything I wanted it to be. And I hope you like it. Let me know your thoughts down below. I just want to let you know, when I last shared with you about the fabric update, the fact that Lady McElroy do take ages to deliver, which is why I always buy their fabrics from the festivals, partly because it's cheaper as well at the festivals. They do have a long delivery time. They did email me. They emailed me later that afternoon that I had filmed, and they had arranged for the dispatch, and it did literally come on the Friday. So I was able to sew this up on the Saturday. So it still took nearly 2 weeks to be delivered, but they did respond to me, and I just want to let you know that they did respond to me. So they were the new makes that you didn't get to see before I went away. I took with me the red Tabitha T-shirt dress, which I wore for a pool day, so I could just chuck it on and off. That was perfect. My black Esti set. Now, I wore this as a whole. I wore this on the first night that we were there with an orange ready-to-wear top because I really wanted to match my nails. So I wore the shorts. I wore it with a t-shirt as well in the, again, I think it was just mooching around the hotel. It was a good blessing. The t-shirt that I wore was the Tabitha t-shirt that I got the viscose jersey from First for Fabrics, and I loved that look. What else did I wear it with? I did wear the Esti top with my saguaro trousers as well, the black Esti top with my saguaro trousers that I had in a viscose chalet that I got from Fabricland ages ago. I also wore those saguaro trousers with a ready-to-wear strappy top throughout the holiday. What else did I wear from a me-made perspective? I wore my Southport dress, which was just stunning. Those, I'm saving some of my pictures. My pictures will periodically go up on Instagram so I can just be a bit more consistent with my posting. I'm trying to be better, guys. And I've actually got some photos, so they're stored in my phone to use at a later date. I wore my Yuka dress. Now, I actually think this has got to have been one of my favourite looks. So my Yuka dress is a Fibre Mood pattern. I will link down the Friday Sews vlogs where I'm talking about these makes in more detail. So if you want to go and check them out, you want to know more information about the fit, you can do. But this Yuka dress just... I took this photo and this, I took a video as well in my corridor where I actually, where my hotel room was, because the lighting was brilliant for in there. And I just felt really good in this dress. I don't know, you know, sometimes when you put something on and you just feel great in it. The Yuka dress, for such a simple, quick sew, made me feel that way. So I really want to actually have a go at making that pattern up again. I think I want to do it in a different kind of jersey. Now, I've got quite a lot of viscose jerseys at the moment in my stash. So I'm thinking of making it up in a more playful kind of viscose jersey that I can, I don't know, wear if the sun ever comes out here in the UK. Because it is just a lovely, quick pattern. And it's one piece. You haven't got to think about what you're pairing it with. And it did. I felt incredible in it. I felt like it just shaped and skimmed the body in all the right places. You know, sometimes when you find a pattern, that was it. The other thing I wore whilst I was out there was my Ogden cami hack dress in my Beyond the Pink Door think pink subscription fabric that I got. Again, I felt great in this. The colours really made the whole thing look vibrant and well put together, although I think I'm going to shorten that dress. I'd said it before I went away. I wasn't sure if I was going to do it. I am definitely going to shorten it just to make it more knee length, summer kind of. I felt it was perfect for the look that I was going for the evening, but I'd want to wear it actually as an everyday dress. So I think I'm going to shorten it. So hopefully I've popped pictures in as I've talked through all the me-made garments. I wore something pretty much every day and that was me-made. I took a red ready-to-wear dress, which actually I want to recreate. I've got a Vicky Sews pattern that would work really well with that. I'm going to talk to you about that in my summer plans. And I think I wore, like I said, I had a couple of ready-to-wear. I had a ready-to-wear top and a ready-to-wear skirt, which I travelled in. The other thing I took with me was a pair of trousers. They were an Esti set of trousers. Here's the picture here. These were a bit wide for me. Now, the hem had come loose just before I left the house on the day that I was travelling. And they were made in that gorgeous viscose linen that I got from Rainbow Fabrics, which I've got some left. Now, I think for them, I would probably want to take some of the width out of the length. It just felt a bit overpowering to the point where I got changed. I love the fabric, and because viscose linen, it can shift, can't it, guys? It throughout the day, it expands a bit like double gauze. And I felt travelling in that, because I was going down to the airport, staying in the hotel, and then getting up and chucking the same clothes on to travel in at 2:30 in the morning. I just felt like it'd shift too much, knowing that I wouldn't be able to check in, I wouldn't be able to get changed. So it probably wouldn't have worked so much. I did post a picture on Instagram of me saying that I was travel ready at that point. I'd obviously wore them around the house for a few minutes before we left and thought I'm going to change them. But I just want to be honest with you about all the makes. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing all of the holiday makes. I feel like this is a bit of a long one. Now, whilst I was away, I had an afternoon when... on the Saturday, Scott, we'd had a really busy day with all the friends. Everybody had gone home apart from a select few, and there was a rugby match of some kind on. And Scott sort of decided that he wanted to go and watch that, which was fine because it gave me an opportunity to catch up on some vlogs and do a bit of shopping. So the lovely Ruan is completely to blame for the fabric purchases. So Ruan, who is the Yorkshire Sew Girl, you all know, I am actually currently doing a collaboration with her. I will link that vlog down below for another animal print fabric that I got from Rainbow Fabrics in pink and red. She shared this viscose twill on her stories and I literally had to instantly go over and buy it. I was just in absolute awe. Now, I don't think this kind of print or colour would surprise you. It's actually a really nice feeling twill fabric. And I think it was $9.99 a metre, but with Ruan's discount, I got 20% off, I think, from the whole order, because obviously I couldn't just buy one fabric. No, I went on and found other fabrics. So this is gorgeous. I got 3 meters of this. Again, a nice summer make. I think a jumpsuit would look lovely in this fabric, but I'm also really keen to make another pair of saguaro trousers because I've really enjoyed wearing the ones that I took away with me on holiday. Maybe I do want to make a plain pair, if I'm honest with you, because then I can match them with more, but these would also make a gorgeous pair of saguaro trousers. But we'll see. Haven't 100% decided. I have got 3 meters, so I could make more than one thing with this. But let me know your thoughts down below. Now, the other thing I want to show you, now I don't normally buy viscose crepe because I tend to find it can be a funny feeling, and I picked one up a couple of weeks ago and I'm actually looking out there because it's on the landing at the moment, screwed up in a ball, because I chucked it out to be washed, and every time I pick it up I don't like the feel of it, and it's a poly viscose crepe and it feels very polyestery. It's got that noise when you move it. But I saw this and really, really liked it and was just like, do you know what? I know that I'm going to get a discount. It could end up like the River Island viscose crepe that I got from them, because I had a lovely quality one and I really like the feel of this particular one. So this is a cornflower blue, and it's got like a dark animal print over it, and I think this would actually look really lovely on me. I'm not sure in what capacity I want to wear it, but I thought this would be lovely. And again, I got 3 meters of this. Again, it was $9.99 a meter, but with Rand's discount it was really, really reasonable for everything I purchased. But yeah, I really, really like this, and it's just animal print, you know, you can't go wrong. I don't know when I'm going to get time to sew up all the fabrics I've got right now. I really don't, but I love it, and it felt summery, and I've got real summer vibes. Speaking of summer vibes, this next one is definitely a summer vibes kind of thing. Now, I must admit, I was wearing the black Esti set when I picked this up and thought this would make a gorgeous Esti set, but I can't keep making Esti sets. But this is a viscose. I got 2 meters of this. I really loved the abstract print. I've got a thing for a bit of orange at the moment. I do like a bit of orange, she says, wearing orange trainers. Yeah, I think this is just gorgeous. And again, just really funky. It's just a funky kind of print. Very summery. Thought it would make a lovely Helen's Closet, is it the Orchard dress? It's like a cami and dress. It's a free pattern. I think this would be lovely as that. It would make a nice slip dress. I've only got 2 meters. I do have a new look slip dress pattern downstairs that I think is supposed to be an easy sew. It probably isn't an easy sew, or it probably is, but it says it's 1 hour sew, and I can't see it being a 1 hour sew even though I'm a quick sewer. But I think this would actually just look really nice as a simple plain summery make. Again, I mean, I came back to the UK yesterday and put my heating on. So it's the 13th of June that I'm filming this today. I feel like it should be a lot warmer. But that's the 2 meters of that viscose that I got from Rainbow Fabrics. I think I spent about £67 or £64 in total on that. And you know what? I'm really happy with the fabrics I've got, and I'm really pleased with the delivery time. They got delivered this morning to me, which is just perfect. The last things that I purchased were some patterns. Now, there was a McCalls half price sale on this week, and I went on to So Essential. I was looking for this particular pattern that's on the top that I'm going to show you now. I've got quite a lot of jersey type fabrics in my stash at the moment, and I'd like to use them up. I'd like to have a few more one-piece outfits, so I haven't got to think about the styling too much. And I've been looking at this for a little while. It's the M8467, and it's just a knit pattern, and I really like this version here and this version here. Now, strapless is always an issue for me because I have a large chest, and sometimes it doesn't always work particularly well in holding up. But I'd like to give it a go, and I've got some very day style viscose jerseys that I think would work really well. I also love this version here, but I think the more square version's nice. This particular version's got like a racer style back. I'm just trying to see if I can show you. You see the racer style back there. So yeah, I purchased that. That was £6.74 in the half price sale, which I just thought was really worth it. There's a couple of vintage patterns that I've looked at for a while now on McCalls because there was the half price sale on. I purchased both of them. So this one is the M8358. So Amelia, I think, made one of these last year that I fell in love with. I know it's quite fabric hungry, but I have got a couple of big pieces of viscose in my stash, so I thought that this would be quite nice. I like this style. It's the same, but you can wear it front and back, I think. I've bought the size 16 to 24 because with most McCalls, I fall in that awkward point actually between a 14 and 16. I don't know whether this is going to fit me because I'm just looking at the finished garment measurements. There's a lot of ease in this, so I think I'd have to make the smallest size on this selection of sizes, which is the size 16. But I want to give it a go. And I'm trying to stretch out of my comfort zone with always making indie patterns, which is the reason for making these few purchases. The other vintage pattern I bought, come no surprise to you as to being a wrap dress, because I do like a wrap over. This is the M8379. Again, for work more than anything. I love a wrap dress. This sort of more demure knee length version would be perfect for me. This would be more of a summer playful style for me. And I thought this looked brilliant. It's not a straightforward wrap, I don't think, looking at it, but it's got like a facing on it, and I don't know how well I'm going to get on with that with a viscose jersey, because that was what I had in my head I wanted to make it with. But I've got it there to give it a go, and it was £6.74, so I thought I'd just grab it and just see. Now this, if you watched my series when I did the autumn Sew the Trends, I actually talked about this particular make. There is a summer version of this, which I love as well. So this pattern's quite versatile. This is the M8174, and again, it's for knits. You can tell that I'm looking to, I am intentionally trying to invest in a few more knit patterns. This pattern here is just lovely, and you've got 3 different variations. So you've got the long sleeve, which is this version here, and the longer length with the slit up the front. You've got the sort of strappy summery type version, and then you've obviously got the shorter version here with no slit. It's got this gorgeous ruching detail to the side, so mum belly, it'll sort of nicely define that. But it is the long version I absolutely love. I mean, I've got frock tails. I know I've got 2 gorgeous viscose fabrics. I've got lots of beautiful viscose jerseys as well. And I just think this would be lovely. Now, a cotton jersey would give it a little bit more structure. Probably over the mum term, be less clingy. But I think if I gave it a go to see how it fits in the viscose jersey, I could decide whether it would be better for a cotton or not. But yeah, I really, really like this one, to be fair. I'm really pleased that I picked it up. It's only taken me nearly a year to purchase it after talking about it. So I really liked this as well. Again, going back to wanting one pieces in my wardrobe, I particularly like the fact that this is a dress or a jumpsuit, and I am more inclined to make the jumpsuit than I am the dress. It's a Nomi pattern. It's the Nomi ME2072. Again, this is lovely. You can see here there's a QR code on the pack, so I can actually scan to get us to go to the sew along. It looks like it could be a complex make. I'll be honest, I haven't looked. And again, with sizing, I'm not too sure where I'd fit on this. So I have bought the size 10 to 18. Now, again, in these kind of patterns, I usually tend to fall in an 18 to 20 range. And I did have a quick look at the body garment measurements, but I couldn't find the finish garment measurements. So I need to probably try and work that out. So according to this, I would be better off in a bust of, I am a bust of 40, but my hip is a 46. Well, a size 18 is a bust of 40 and the hip is a 42. I've only got up to a size 18, so by that theory, the hip wouldn't fit me, but there is gathering. But I also know that there's also ease in these garments, and normally I'd have to size down. So I need to work out what the finished garment measurements are to work out what size I'd make with that one. And this is why I don't like buying big 4 patterns. This is the reason why. It's the sizing and getting the sizing right. But the patterns, some of the instructions could be funny. Again, all of them were £6.74 each. And then I saw this. This was a little bit more expensive. I think this was about £8.99. And these were all bought from So Essential, and this is a new look easy for knits pattern, again with that knit in mind, the wrap over in mind. It's the jumpsuit I'm most drawn to on this, but it just looks like a really easy pattern. It's the 6554, and I really fell in love with it. I've had a look on the hashtag. I've seen some versions I absolutely love. I think fitting across the top is going to be interesting. I've watched a couple of reviews. I really want to get on with this one because these kind of things, for the weather as it is, you can layer it up with a cardigan, but they're just really easy secret pajama style wears. And like this Sirocco that I'm wearing today, I just love the ease of wearing something simple, something that comes in underneath my Empire line. This comes slightly further down. I think I might end up shortening the bodice a little bit, but yeah, that is absolutely perfect. So that's what I ordered whilst I was away, chilling in the sun. I have had a fantastic break. It's nice to be home. Today has been filled with washing, life admin, and getting all of my orders that were purchased whilst I was away out. I'd like to say a massive thank you to the patience of all of you. I did respond to your purchases to tell you that I was on holiday, but most of you knew that because you watched me anyway. So thank you so much for your purchase and for your patience. They are now all in the post to you. So that's it for this week's Friday Sews. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. I will leave the links below to everything that I have discussed. And if you have any questions, comments, pop them in the comments below, because I do love chatting to you and I do try and reply to every single one of you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to click the like button and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more and you don't already subscribe to me. I am coming close to my 5,000 and I just cannot wait to get there. Take care and I'll catch you all next week. Bye.